Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. We are still in the month of April, and our theme for this month is all about childhood nightmares. So, all the movies that we're talking about are based off of children's stories and fairy tales. And the movie that we'll reviewing today is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And this came out in 2023, and this is the synopsis. As a young Christopher forsakes Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, their innocence decays. Soon the two unleash their feral impulses, developing an insatiable hunger for blood. And as always, we're going to start this off with our first time reaction of the movie on the count of three. One, two, three. Okay. So I have to say that I did think that the costumes of Pooh and Piglet were terrifying. They were really creepy. And I did like in the beginning, like how it started when Christopher Robin came back to the woods looking for his friends, not realizing that they've had this like, you know, kind of a little vendetta against him, feeling like he just abandoned them. So I thought it would have been cool if they kept the whole movie with that story. Um, but then, not long after that beginning part, it went into, the woods with the with all the other kids and the cabin and it just turned into just like a regular kind of slasher character slasher movie for me. And after I didn't really enjoy most of it. So
Okay. Well, I generally didn't think it was like the greatest movie. I didn't really think the plot was that great.
yeah,
And I think they could have done something different with with a movie about, a killer Pooh and Piglet and, Winnie the Pooh characters. I also agree that possibly if they kept it a kind of battle between them and Christopher Robin, it would have been maybe better instead of bringing in all these other, you know, people. But I just thought generally the plot wasn't good. I think they could have done something different with that and
yeah,
something better. I did like how the movie was shot. I went into this movie thinking that it was going to look like really low budget, and I didn't think so. I thought it was very well
yeah,
made, and I also thought there were some parts that I kind of chuckled at that I thought was a little funny. So that's why I didn't give it a complete thumbs down. It was kind of towards the end or three quarters in or something. There was a scene where the girls that were being chased by Pooh found, like, I think it was three men and asking for help, and they said, oh, don't worry, we're gonna help you. And they saw Pooh and they started to beat him. And first of all, I was thinking, oh man, they're really beating him up because he was like spitting up blood, like the Pooh
yeah,
character was spitting up blood and really taking a beating. They were hitting him with bats and I think sledgehammer, like heavy things that
yeah,
could unalive someone.
yeah,
And then at the end, first of all, noticing that they were hitting him and he wasn't really going down would have been
yeah,
my first indication that we need to leave because something's
yeah,
gonna happen. Anyway, after they ended the beat down, they stood around while Pooh basically stood up and killed them all with one swipe. I thought it was funny. I actually thought that was funny. So, because I was like, oh, he's gonna like really like start beating them up and they're gonna, but he
right,
literally just did one, like he smacked one guy kind of with the back and his head flew off
yeah,
so I thought that was funny. So that's why I gave it my review, my reaction. But
yeah,
generally, eh.
Yeah.
I know there's a second one, and there's actually a third Pooh movie coming out. And
Yep.
recently, so I haven't seen any of the other one. Well,
I mean,
the third one
I haven't
obviously hasn't come out yet. I haven't seen the second
seen
one.
either.
I saw recently that the third movie is going to have the rabbit character in it.
Is yes.
And there was like a still of the
Yes.
person as the rabbit. And yeah, they do. I don't know if I thought the Pooh character looked, I guess he did look creepy because he was tall and it was a weird kind of looking mask, but the Piglet one looked pretty good. The rabbit
Yeah.
one looks good too. So
It does.
the rabbit one looks better than the other than Pooh and Piglet from this one. I think, but
I have to say that although I didn't like this movie, I think more so because a third one's coming out. I do want to see the second one and the third
yeah,
one to
I'm gonna
see.
watch it. I'm gonna watch the second
Yeah.
one because I would want to see the next one too. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch the second one too. Just to see what they do next. But yeah, I was trying to think of ways that they could have made the plot different.
Mhm.
I think incorporating Christopher Robin was good.
I think I agree, and I think they messed up with not keeping him a bigger part of the
Yeah,
story.
that's another thing. He really wasn't in the movie.
No.
Yeah, it was like in the very beginning and then at the very end.
Yeah.
You're right. I actually for a second there forgot that he was in the movie, like that character was in the movie until at the
Right.
end and
Yeah.
he could and I was like, oh, I forgot about that guy.
Because
They
they
didn't
show him in the
really,
beginning and you kind of have a sense of, well, you get a sense of why he's there and everything, which makes sense. Like, oh, he grew up and he like moved away and now he's trying to come back to find his friends because, when you remember like the story, the cartoons and stuff, he was the friends of all the animals in the forest and other stuff. So that made sense. So I was getting, I was interested in like seeing that. And obviously I knew it was a horror movie, so I knew it was gonna be something where, Pooh's not right and Piglet's not right and stuff. Um, so I like that kind of idea of a vengeful kind of, retaliation for you left us, so now
but
but yeah,
I think it would have been nice at the end if he came back and really was kind of apologetic about
yeah,
leaving them and stuff, and then although that's not traditionally what a horror movie ending
right,
would be, but I feel like if he came back very apologetic and wanting to stay with them or something, I don't know, or bring them with him or something, I don't know,
right.
then maybe that would have been better. But then it could also have been cheesy. It could have gone in two different ways. So
Yeah,
I don't know, but a different plot, I think, would have possibly worked.
yeah, I
So
agree.
I don't know. I don't even know what the second one's about. So
Neither do I
not,
actually.
so we need to check that one out.
We're gonna have to
Check
look
those
into
out.
that and watch
But
it.
because I don't, because the way this one ended is kind of like, all right,
Right.
now how is it just gonna be Pooh and Piglet again, just going
With
on
like
a
another
rampage,
group of kids.
just because, kind of like,
Yeah.
eh, I don't know what the
Well,
idea was, but
listen,
anyway,
I don't know. We'll see. Because I definitely I do want to watch the second one. So if you guys have seen this movie, let us know what your thoughts were. And also if you guys seen the second one, let us know what you thought about it. If is it is there a connection with the first one? Or is it just like a completely different, movie with
separate
different
movie.
characters and different. So let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Remember, we are the Horror Flick Chicks, and this is Twin Talk Tubi. New videos up every Tuesday right here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can also find the Horror Flick Chicks on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok. And we also have Horror Flick Chicks podcast. It's streaming right here on our YouTube channel and also on several audio platforms. So make sure you follow us and check us out. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.